What is up, guys? In this video today, I'm going to be going over how to add an extra £5,000 to even £10,000 to your drop just by utilizing influencer marketing. If you've never seen me before, my name is YSL Caitlin. I own a marketing agency that specializes in organic content, and I've also just started my own clothing brand. And you guys are going to watch the journey with me on my YouTube to grow that from 0 to 100k, and it's going to be a crazy one. But let's get right into it. I am going to be reading off my laptop a little bit, but it is going to be a sit down raw video. That's because I've got a lot of stuff I kind of want to cover, but I don't want to miss little bits and forget kind of what I'm saying, because I will do that for sure. So obviously, first off, we're going to start by touching on what is influencer marketing. Influencer marketing is a massive marketing tactic used by so many different people. A lot of my friends who own e-commerce brands, who own clothing brands, any type of market, influencer marketing is crazy because it generates trust. People like to buy from people, and I think me as a person, I definitely kind of buy into that when I see it, even though I know how it works on the back end. I do get reeled in a little bit. But yeah, so with the clothing brand side of things, it's essentially having people with influence or following in your clothes to make other people, potential customers, when they see it, push them and give them that little extra bit of trust to go and buy your product. A lot of people always ask and want to understand, where do I find these influencers? The best place where you're going to find these influencers operating will probably be, I would like to say, Instagram. And Instagram following is always good, being active on Instagram. I'm going to talk about what influencers you should avoid, what influencers work well for what you want as well. But yeah, so Instagram, TikTok too. TikTok is very good for conversions with everything I do. So I do a little bit of dropshipping on the side as well. That TikTok funnel to their website is very, very good. And I'm not going to sleep on TikTok for my brand either. Obviously, I know a lot of people say about TikTok, you know, them classical TikTok brands. I don't want to be like that, but it is a very, very good funnel, as well as short form on Instagram and a few other funnels too. But yeah, so I would say find them on Instagram, find them on TikTok. Those are the main two places. And I'm going to talk about in a second what influencers are going to convert, how to know they're going to convert, and just think about what you're doing. Don't just spend loads of money on influencer marketing. Oh, pay this person for a feed post, £1,000. Pay this person for flipping a fit pic, £500. No, 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 no. Do not be doing that. What can these influencers do for you is another question that a lot of people kind of don't understand or might not know about yet. What they will do for you, they will usually have a package of different things that they have. So for example, people might put on their story, $60. I saw this literally just before I filmed this video. That's kind of why I filmed this, because it made me think I'm going to touch on influencer marketing. $60 for a feed post. And then what they'll do is they'll take each payment from each person and they'll basically just spam feed posts. I mean, story for everyone's promo. Is that going to convert? We're going to touch on that in a bit. But they'll usually have a list of services for promo, what they'll have. Most time it's a feed post, a story post, a UGC. I see a lot of people call it now, like them in your clothes posting up. You can use that content on your site. You can use that content on, you know, your brand's page. Any platform that you have, you can use it on. I'm trying to think what else. A TikTok as well. Another thing that I've seen a lot of people add to what they offer as well is a photo shoot. So you can book these people for a photo shoot. So I've seen, I think it might have been Stacks or Cash EV or something like that in his list. He's got $1,600 or something like that, a photo shoot. You can have them in your clothes at your shoot, like your formal shoot for your brand. Yeah, obviously, if you do have a following and you are interested in the clothing niche, I do think it's good money-wise to make money as an extra. Once you get that following, to do a bit of promo, I think it's good. But I think doing promo like 24/7, I think it's a bit rough. Like, I wouldn't want to be doing promo 24/7. This is probably going to get clipped up on me when I am doing promo 24/7, so maybe I shouldn't say that. But yeah, what influencers to avoid? The influencers that you want to avoid are the influencers, like I said literally just 2 seconds ago, that post up that story. I personally don't understand how this can convert well, and I'll explain why in a minute. Let's say, for example, I have 30k on IG. I put on my story, story promo, $50, right? The first person is gonna get a good amount of views. The people who are looking on that story now know that it's just gonna be promo as they click through. They're not gonna wanna click through. So really you're paying for promo, but you're not getting the conversions or even eyes on your product at all, because people aren't engaging. People aren't even looking at it as much because they know. And especially if you're buying it kind of like, let's say at the end of the day, or like you're in the middle, right? No one is like, people are gonna see it, but are they gonna see it that much? Probably not. Another thing as well, I don't think that people will convert from that much because it's not authentic. So let's say, for example, if you do a feed post and they tag your brand, it feels more, obviously it's not 100% authentic because you have paid them to wear it, but it looks more authentic. It feels more authentic to the customer that is looking at their page and thinking, okay, he's wearing this. That's hard. That looks good on him. Maybe I want to wear this. But if it's promo on a story, they can literally see that you just slapped this person $50 and now they're promoting your thing. There's no connection between this person of influence to your brand and why they like it. If they genuinely fuck with it, they probably have never even seen the clothes, worn the clothes, or anything like that. So the trust and the influence essentially is not really there. This is what I say all the time. That's why I would never buy into kind of those type of posts, because mentally, from a consumer perspective, I just think the trust isn't there. And that's the whole point of influencer marketing, is trust. And making people want to buy because of who you are, because you want to wear it, they want to wear it too, if that makes sense. Why should you use influencers? I think there is so much, literally just what I said just then, there is so much added trust when you see a person that you like fuck with in these clothes, because you think, okay, if they're wearing it, I want to wear this too. Another thing as well is seeing the pieces on people, the way they style them, what they wear with them, the way they look. It kind of opens up your mind to think, okay, oh my god, what's going on with my voice? It kind of opens up your mind, and I like this a lot, because when people see stuff on body, it's like, oh, you can see the flat lays and everything like that. But when you see it on body, people throwing fits with them and, you know, actually getting dressed, you get to see, okay, shit, maybe that's how that top fits, for one. Maybe I could do a fit with that top. Do you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna buy that top. That's the thought process that kind of comes into people's brains when seeing the clothes on people of interest, and the clothes on, you know, people that they look up to, in a sense, as obviously weird as that sounds. Let's say, for example, a footballer, a rapper, so someone's favorite footballer is wearing this brand, and they really look up to this footballer, and, you know, they're inspired by them. They see a footballer wearing this brand and they think, oh shit, like, you know, this guy's wearing this brand. That looks pretty cool. Maybe I should wear it. Maybe I should go and like try something out and see how it is. Or for example, their favorite rapper. Like me, let's say for example, if I was a really big Gunna fan, which I am, and Gunna was wearing a tee, I obviously wouldn't do this, but if I did, and he was wearing it and it looked good, I'd be like, shit, have you seen this tee that Gunna's wearing? Maybe I need to go and buy it because it looks good on him, and you know, like, they're just so cool and all these things. That's generally how the consumer mindset works for most people, depending on your audience. So if you have a younger audience or an impressionable audience as well, I think that really, really works well. But yeah, it's people kind of look up to these influencers or people of interest, like let's say for example a rapper, a footballer, I don't know really, anything like that kind of, they will look up to and want to wear what they wear if they're a fan of them, if that makes sense. I think as well, making the promo look authentic, making the promo look not forced, like I'm not paying this person blatantly to promote this. It feels more authentic because people look at it and they think, they look at the promo and they think, oh shit, this guy's actually wearing this, like he's just wearing it. And that makes them feel like it's trusted, it's genuine. It's not like I'm gonna go out before them. Like the promo and the story, I can see why it wouldn't convert, because it's like, bro, you're just being fucking paid to promote this and this. You probably don't even fuck with it. So yeah, the influence that you want is not kind of present, if that makes sense. Moving on to the two types of influencers. So there's typically two types of influencers that exist. Type 1 is an influencer that you would use for social proof and images. So for example, social proof would be, I don't know, maybe this rapper being in your piece is kind of social proof because that rapper has influence. That rapper, in a sense, like, it's just cool to have people who are of influence in your brand, because it's going to make other people think that your brand is trustworthy for one, but also it's going to influence them to buy because they're just like, bro, this guy's wearing it, shit, I need it. That makes sense. That's for social proof. These are typically people who don't convert as well. So for example, like, I'm trying to think of someone who does hella promos on their feed posts. There's a guy in the US, his name is Bando, he's an influencer. Every single post that he does is a feed post that is promo, if that makes sense. So I feel when people are on that page, they're not gonna reel into the promo as much because the promo is not authentic promo. They know that every post, every Fitbit is a fucking promo. So that's more of a social proof kind of image that you will have. Someone hard in your pieces to use on your story, your page, whatever you wanna do with those. I would not say that is something that is going to convert well and get you sales on drop day because people are so used to seeing promo from this individual, whoever that individual is. Number 2, I would like to say type 2 is for conversions and purchases. So this could be a mid-tier influencer who doesn't do promo 24/7, doesn't do story promo all the time, posts fit pics, probably does a little bit of feed posts mixed in with genuine posts. That is hard, but I think what kind of determines this type of influencer is their following is lower than, let's say, a person with 100k, 150k or plus, but they have a following that's loyal. They actually care what this person wears. They have influence, even though their not fan base, but their following is smaller as such. So for example, I'm thinking Henry Vela is an example on his IG, that's his IG handle. A bit ago, when I first had followed him or everything like that, his promo was popping off, but it wasn't oversaturated. It was authentic enough to get conversions. And one of my guys who tapped in with him for promo got conversions and had a good experience. So that says to me that, you know, influencers who are of a smaller scale sometimes convert better than the influencers who are of a larger scale but constantly bang promo. So you've got to kind of weigh that up and think logistically, what do you want here? Do you want, you know, social proof? Or do you want conversions and purchases, which I would personally go for? I would make them probably post on drop day before drop day, so the site's open, people are gonna see that. Excuse me, and then they're gonna go straight to the site and then they're gonna buy from you. So in that sense, conversions and purchases are so key. Maybe for building like brand awareness and building brand identity, it would be important to have social proof and images type influencers, but a mix of both would be ideal, I would say. One thing I would like to touch on as well is the super large influencers. So let's say, for example, I'm in this clothing brand group chat, and one of the guys in there, I think he sent his piece to Duke Dennis, PO, and I'm pretty sure he got posted up wearing the piece that he sent him, which is insane. And that was such an authentic kind of experience for his brand, because it's not like he sent that piece for free, I assume, to the PO box, and the influencer picked up this piece and genuinely wore it. And that is because he genuinely liked that piece. He thought that piece was hard. If your brand is genuinely hard and it does stand out and it is good quality, if you do send things for free on the PO, people will pick them up. I'm talking about streamers who'll wear them in their streams if they're hard, or people with a PO that do fashion fits, get ready with me's and stuff. They will pick that up because they genuinely like it, and that's super authentic. And that helped his brand identity so much and helped kind of push that trust because it was so authentic and genuine. It wasn't, oh, I paid him this much money for a post that probably isn't going to convert. He's genuinely found my flipping hoodie in his PO and he's wearing it. Like, that must feel amazing. So yeah, that's a cool story about how sometimes putting things out there for free does come out in your favor. But a lot of the time you've got to think about, if you're sending to people's POs, are they actually going to see it? Are they actually going to wear it? It is a small chance, and it definitely depends on your piece. His piece was hard, you know, and he reaped the rewards for that with someone wearing it, which is crazy. So congratulations to him. I think that was pretty sick. It was crazy. If someone, like, the first time people are going to be in my thing, in my pieces, I'm just going to be fucking losing my hair. It's going to be too cool. Not even because, you know, oh, it's this person and that person. I don't really read into influencers and all that stuff online, but it's more so the fact that someone's genuinely liked my piece and they've had it sent to them, or they've even brought it themselves, and they fuck with it. It's just too good. It's just too good. I can't wait for that part of the growth process. It's gonna be pretty sick. Obviously, when you're doing influencer marketing, there are some things that you do need to think about logistically when you think about what you're kind of going for, what you want out of the promo, and if it's gonna work for you. Number one, you want to think about, is this person actually going to convert? So if you want to use this person for, let's say, I don't know, a drop day post or something like that, and you want conversions, your aim is purchases and conversions on your site, sales from this person, you have to assess, does this person have a loyal fan, like not loyal fan base, but loyal following base? Are they overflowing with promo where it's inauthentic? Are you doing an authentic promo that looks authentic? I said that twice, but you know what I mean. And also, is it high quality enough to convert is another thing. Number two is sometimes smaller influencers are actually better than large, as I touched on before. You need to think logically here and think, I know you might want to send to PO to fucking Kai Cenat, right? Or someone of a crazy fucking following, like, I don't even know, over in the millions, right? You need to understand, are they gonna wear that? Are they gonna see that in their PO? Are they gonna fuck with it? You've got to think about it, because all of those larger influencers, it's crazy if you get them in your pieces, but straight away you've got to think about, are you going to be able to do that realistically? You've got to think about, if you want purchases and conversions, you want to kind of have that, you want to give yourself the best possible chance. It needs to be nearly, yes, I will get conversions from this influencer marketing I've set up, because otherwise you're just fucking wasting money on this influencer, that one, when you could have just done one that's converting and made your money back and more. So food for thought. Number three that I like to think about, that's four. Number three I like to think about is, how many sales would it take to break even? So I spoke to some other people in the clothing space, and they said to me that they spent, I think it was maybe $800 on a reel. So I don't know how fucking much that is in pounds. Like it's 700 something, maybe. You have to genuinely think about how many sales do you actually have to get to even break even at this point. I think, obviously, from the perspective of brand identity and social proof, it's good to have an influencer in your piece if this person has actual influence on a larger scale. If you're going for conversions, I always do think about, how many sales do I have to get from this person to actually convert? So for example, if they've spent $800 and their piece is like, even $100 is quite high, like for them over there, so $80. So let's say, bro, I'm bugging, I can't even do basic maths, but like 800 divided by, if the piece is 80, they've got to make 10 sales. I can't believe I had to just flip and use a calculator for that. But they have to make 10 sales off this one individual before they even break even. And then after that 10 sales point, they do 1, 2, or even one sale more. It's like they've made one conversion off it, if that makes sense. So I like to think about, okay, look, let's actually put it out on paper. How many sales am I going to make off this person to make my money back? Is it going to be worth it? Am I going to make a profit here? Or do I want to kind of break even and increase my brand identity just to have them wear it? Because you can do both, as long as you just don't want to be spending money to not get conversions, because I hear it too often from people I've connected with in the clothing space. They're forking out all sorts, and the promo that they're doing, it's not even converting. So there, I want to definitely kind of avoid all that stuff. When should you get them to post? I touched on this a little bit earlier. I would personally post probably, so I've had a chat with a few different people. A lot of people like to post either the day before your site opens, so people are ready, funneling to the VIP list or SMS list, sorry, whatever you call it, and they're going to be ready and in that funnel on drop day, the day after, sorry. Or you can probably post it when the site is open on drop day for direct conversions straight through. Or what you can do is, if your site, so if you do a pre-order, for example, your site's open for a week, you could do it, you could stagger different influencers across the week, which I probably would personally do. Or if you're using one influencer, bang it in the middle of that week. So you've got, half that week is organic, essentially. Well, if you're not running paid ads, whatever your funnel is. And then in the middle, when you need to pick me up, if your sales are, kind of flatlining, you've got that influencer to spark that up again. But yeah, I think posting at those kind of times would work well because it is going to get you conversions. When it's like hyped up, especially at the start, like drop day before, because it's so hyped up on your account and everything like that, I think that definitely has a part to play in people purchasing as well as the influencer marketing. Like just drop limit time only, or like site is closing fucking tomorrow, or whatever you want to say. It creates that scarcity for people to buy. This is such a crazy one, but I thought I wanted to add it in. So how to stop them from running off and not posting. So I hear so many stories about people even paying like $80 for a story or something like that, sending someone pieces and they don't post, they don't respond, and they can't get a refund because, I don't know, they've sent it on Cash App or PayPal or, you know, whatever, something untrusted. Ensure to go for an influencer that someone that you know has had a positive experience with. A lot of influencers could, I don't know, take your money and then not do the post. It could happen. You could go with people that your friends have used, or someone that you know has used, or like someone down the line, you know, a friend of a friend has used and they've had a good experience. That will stop you from, you know, putting yourself in a situation where you're paying money and you're not getting any return back because they've not posted at all. Some people I know before, I'm really used to contracts, obviously, because I because I own an agency, so I'm used to signing contracts with clients. Even when I've employed people, I always bang contracts. I love contracts. But yeah, so you can even sign a contract with them. Here's what the deliverables are. Here's the what the hell is coming out of my mouth? Here's the date for those deliverables to be completed. And you can make them sign. On a DocuSign, you can sign it. That's a little crazy. I don't know how they feel about that. It's a little bit, you know, professional just for a piece of clothing. But if you don't want to get fucked over and you want to kind of handle it like that, I suppose you could, for protection. That was my Alexa. That just bugged me out, saying there's motion by the door. These dogs are going to start barking. Chill. But yeah, so contract is a kind of safe way to do that, and I would recommend that if you do feel it's necessary. I don't know how they would react if they're comfortable, but yeah, you could try that. But yeah, that's just kind of the basic about influencer marketing. Always be mindful about who you're marketing with, what that kind of presents for your brand. So let's say for example, if you're using an influencer that has, I don't know, like fucking bad allegations or something like that, that's going to reflect badly on your brand. So be careful with who you're using for promo. Be sure that they want to convert if you want them to convert, rather than just social proof. And yeah, so that's kind of all in all I'm going to drop today about influencer marketing. I'm becoming way more active on YouTube at the moment. I'm going to be dropping talking videos like this. I'm going to be dropping step-by-step raw content of my clothing brand. I'm going to be dropping basically just crazy game. I'm going to be dropping case studies, mad shit. I'm just going to be going crazy on YouTube just to kind of see how it goes. Because I'm dropping on the May 21st, so I'm trying to build up that YouTube personal brand, and I'm fucking looking forward to it. So I appreciate everyone that watched this. If it's helpful and you learned a lot and you have any more questions, feel free to drop me a DM on IG. If you enjoyed the video, drop me a comment. And I'm going to be dropping way more in-depth videos very, very soon. I'm filming like crazy this week, so drop me a subscribe if you thought this was helpful. But yeah, I'm back. I'm on the YouTube grind and I'm enjoying it. So I'll see you guys very, very soon with another video.